topics we're going to talk about today is speed. So speed sounds like physics, right? Actually, speed is one of the classic topic in math curriculum as well. So for the speed topic, I'm going to talk about the definition or meaning of speed. Then we'll see how to calculate speed using formula. Then also we're going to cover how to convert unit of speed, since speed measured by different units depend on the context. Then we move on to finding the average speed of the whole journey. Then finally, I will challenge you with very difficult word problems of the speed. So, since the speed topic is closely linking to real life situation, so we will cover various of word problems for the entire of the lessons. Let's talk about the speed. So, the meaning of speed is simply how fast something moves. So, speed is measured as a distance traveled per unit of time. So, for example, the speed of the car is over 100 kilometers per hour. That means the car travels 100 kilometers for an hour. So, as we know that the speed is the distance traveled per unit of time. So now we can see that speed consists of three parts. That is, S stands for speed, and then T stands for time, and D stands for distance. Now I'm going to talk about how to calculate speed, time, distance. So have a look at this triangles. I'm going to call this DTS triangle. So when it comes to the same row, that means you need to times it, and if we've got a different rows, that means you divide. Let's see, for the speed, so to calculate speed, we've got the distance and time, you can see that. Then we divide the distance by time. That is a formula for finding speed. So now we rearrange distance, time, rearrange this one to find the time and distance as well. So for the time, so we've got a distance on top and then speed on bottom. That means distance divided by speed is the way to find the time. Now let's talk about the distance. Distance is on the top, on the triangle, that you've got a speed and time is in the same row. That means you need to times them together. So try to draw the DTS triangle that you can remember the three formula. So now let's have a look at the examples. So a car which travels 105 miles in 2 hours 20 minutes, calculate the speed. So remember to draw the speed triangle. Then let's identify which one is a D, which one is T, and which one is S. So we know that distance is 105 miles, time is 2 hours and 20 minutes. Then speed is the missing value we are looking for, right? Remember, to find the speed, the formula is distance divided by time. Now let's see, distance is 105 miles. Then remember, you always need to check your units. That we've got a time. Since time is hour, but we've got a hour and minutes, right? 2 hours and 20 minutes. So you always need to show hours. So 2 hours and 20 minutes, you change this into 2 hours and 20 minutes, you change this into the fraction. So 20 minutes means 20 out of 60 minutes, right? We can write this into 1/3 when you simplify. Then 2 1/3 hour is the same as 2 hours and 20 minutes. So make sure when you use formula, always change hour and minutes into hour and fraction of 1 hour, okay? Now, all we need to do is calculate that. So 105, fraction is division, so let's change into division. And 2 1/3, so 105 times, Let's convert this into improper fraction. So 2 and 1/3 is 7/3. So let's upside down the 7/3. Then that means 3/7. So let's see if we can divide by 7. It gives you 15 times 3. So 45. Make sure you always need to take your unit again. Mile per hour. This is the speed we are looking for. Let's practice with another question. Now, a boy who walked 13.5 miles and 3 hours 45 minutes of calculated speed always begins with the DTS. Identify your part. So D is 13.5 mile hour, 3 hours and then 45 minutes. So you change it minutes into hour later, okay? Speed is the missing value. So now 3 hours and 45 minutes is 3 hours 45 out of 60 minutes. This is the most important part when you calculate the speed. So 3 and that is a 3/4, right? So now we've got our time. Then let's see our triangle. See, since the speed is distance divided by time, so our distance is 13.5 and our time is 3 and 3/4. Then let's calculate it together. So I'm gonna make it into fraction. So 135 tenths divided by 3 and 3/4. Let's calculate it. We need to make it into times. Then mix number into improper fraction. There is a 15/4. Then you upside down. So 4/15. Is there anything we can simplify? Yes. 15 divided by 5 divided by 5. We've got a 2. 27 again. Then 9. We've got a 2, 5. So the answer is 18 out of 5. And then as a mixed number, it's a 3.6. So 3.6 and your unit is mile per hour. Always you must have your unit mile per hour. You can also write mile per hour. It's the same. Right done. Train travels for 4 hours and 45 minutes at an average speed of 84 miles per hour. Calculate the distance. Now this time DTS. We calculated speed, but this time we had a speed, as you can see. Now let's always try to write down the DTS and identify the missing value. So D is, that is a missing value, and T is 4:45. Then speed, we have a speed that is 84 miles per hour. Then now, how can you find the distance? So remember our triangle, distance on top, and then you've got a speed and times in the same row. That means you need to times it. Distance is speed times time. So make sure you change your time into hour. So 4 and 45 out of 60. That is 4 and 3/4, right? So now speed is 84 times 4 and 3/4. Let's make it into improper fraction. That is 19/4. Then we can simplify by 4, 21. So our answer is 21 times 19. So the distance is 399, and check your unit. So your unit is, since this is distance, miles. This is the answer. Now this time, read your question and then identify which part is missing. Kathy and Sarah went to a 6.5 miles hike. Their average walking speed was 2 and 3/4 miles. How long did it take them? How long? So let's see. DTS. Try to write down this down first. Then let's writing down distance is 16.5 miles. Then time is we can't find the time. So missing value, and we know that speed is 2 3/4, right? So time is our final goal. So let's see your formula to find the time. That is distance divided by speed. So time, distance divided by speed. Our distance is 16.5 miles and speed is 2 3/4. So let's calculate them. 16.5 divided by 2 3/4. Let's change all the mixed numbers into improper fraction. So first one is 33/2, then times it. 33/2 divided by this one is 11/4. Then change division into times. 33/2 times. Then you upside down the fraction. Oh, I can see we can simplify by 11 and by 2 it gives you 6. And what is 6? 6 is the time, right? So unit of time here is hour, so we can say it takes 6 hours. Well done. Now again, read the question and then find out the missing value. Go. Now let's see. So average speed over 30 miles per hour. Then journey took 2.5 hours. How far? So now DTS, that we know that we are looking for. Question asking you to find how far. So we know the time is 2.5 hours. Then speed is 30 miles per hour. So let's calculate the missing value of the distance. How can you calculate the distance? On the top you can see distance. So D equals S times T. So speed times time. Now your speed is 13 and your time is 2.5. That gives you 5/2, and then that is, let's calculate it directly. So you need to find the half of 65. That is so 32.5. Since it's distance, so you need to put your unit, that is miles. That's our answer. Now this is our last question. Then again read the question, then identify DTS and writing down and find out your missing value. Have a go. Now, since we need to identify our DTS, the distance is 240 miles and time is 5 hours 20 minutes. Then speed, because the question is directly asking you to find the speed. So how to calculate speed? Have a look at the triangle. Speed is distance divided by time. Then let's see. Distance is, first we need to change our time into fraction, right? 5 and 20 out of 60, that is 5 and 1/3. So make sure you always check your time. Then 240 miles divided by 5 and 1/3. So let's divide 240 by 5 and 1/3. That is, so you need to change the mixed number into improper fraction. That is 16/3. So flip over, so you've got a 3/16 that we can simplify by 4, and again 15 times 3. So the average speed is 45. Check your unit, mile per hour. Right, so in this video we rearrange the speed formula and then we calculate speed and distance and time, right? So first you read your question, then identify the missing part by writing down DTS. Then draw the triangle DTS and then calculate the missing part. This is the basic way of managing speed question. Then now next lesson we're going to talk about the converting units, and then we will cover more difficult questions. Bye.